There's Tommy. Hi, Tommy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm growing a
That
beard
is-
for the No Shave November, and Steve hates it.
Oh, really? Are you? Let me see. Are you not shaving?
Nope, not at all.
Really?
It's not that I hate it. It's just that all these guys are shaving, telling other people to give them money for not shaving. What the hell kind of a sacrifice, number one, is that? And why don't they give their own money to their charities?
It's called. You know what? It's anything for the cause, Steve. Aren't you familiar with that concept?
Yeah.
I
Anything-
don't know how much of a delay I'm getting on Ustream. Tommy's now just showing me his beard.
Yeah, stroking my beard.
They ain't the only thing he's stroking. But seriously.
But your health is the most important thing, Steve. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
And so, did
And
you
his
do
paycheck.
this for? Did you do this for the promotion for November? Is that
Yes,
why?
No.
yes. I'm setting up the webpage.
Oh, what? You're him not shavings for November. I didn't do. No, I didn't have the exam.
He's just having the exam for the fun of it.
Well, I'm my debate for tomorrow night for my live thing that I'm doing is whether or not to. Whenever I go out in public, I always have the big debate as to whether or not I color my beard,
Yeah.
take some of the gray out, the just for men,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's always the battle because to be honest, my beard is translucent. My little goatee, my little fat ass goatee, it's really translucent when I don't color it. So I think I'll end up pulling the trigger and doing that.
Why do they call it just for men? I mean, wouldn't you like to attract women by?
Well, it's not who you're trying to attract. I believe it's who it's marketed to.
Oh, okay.
Or to whom it is marketed, if
Okay.
I'm getting grammar correct.
I can understand.
I think in my history, I've met women that could use that product.
Oh, yeah. Well, the women do the No Shave November, too.
That's true,
They-
and it's a different kind of shaving, though.
Hey!
Hey, we're trying to do a show.
What the hell is that? What was that?
That's a bell that one of our listeners brought us.
Yeah.
Can I hear that again?
That's our wacky morning show shenanigans. Don't make me bring out the slide whistle.
Radio. Oh, no. Oh, now, who has the toys?
It's a boring zoo.
Is it Tommy? Is it you? Do you have
Yeah.
the toys?
Yep.
Somehow
Steve's got a
somehow
horn.
I'm more comforted by the fact that it's not across the glass with that other gentleman.
No, but he's got this.
Wake up! Wake up!
We-
Wake up!
Good
Wake up!
morning.
We use real sound effects, not
Yeah.
canned ones.
Yeah, these are not Foley. These are real.
Yeah.
So let me ask you about this. Hey there, boys. Let me ask you about this there Arctic high that's supposed to be plunging down from Canada next week. What's the dilly? Do you think there's going to be? Are you going to get some schnee out there in Iowa?
There's a chance.
They were saying snow last night, and then I get in here this morning, and the same guy is saying now sunny and 35. It's
Our
gonna
guy, you mean, Justin?
Yeah, our guy Justin is saying
That guy.
That guy, the goofy guy, is saying 35. I don't know. I mean, it's about time we saw some snow.
We saw
Do
some
you
already.
have, do you have a certified meteorologist that you guys work with?
Mace Michaels, yes, from Weather Nation.
Yeah, he's an angry,
Mace Michaels.
angry
Mace
man.
Michaels.
Mace,
I love
Mace is the one. Mace is the one who got Tom Gavin banned from our show because Mace would call in on the other line. We'd patch him in, and he'd aggravate him to the point that Tom would start dropping f-bombs.
Well, that's it.
So-
Then I like Mace instantaneously. after hearing that back.
Tom is permanently banned from the show.
That is awesome.
Yes, I like the
Tom,
fact Mace is a
the
certified.
story that at the radio station we used to. I didn't do it. I swear to God, I didn't participate. I may have been in the room and observed it, but all the guys used to call Tom off the air for the uncensored Tom.
Oh yeah, it's
that
great.
was big fun.
I
That
love the
was
fact
big
that we have
fun.
a certified meteorologist. He's on a national network on Weather Nation out of
Right.
Minneapolis. But he decided that his Lex Luthor would be Tom Gavin and Dennis Murphy. That was his element. That was where he was comfortable
And
fighting.
here,
with.
and you've been kind to Murphy, and we've been kind to Murphy. This guy calls up when the government's shut down, and he's
this is great.
and he's ripping the hell out of people, that are on assistance, And he's doing like the food stamp card didn't work, and I'm sick of paying for the. This guy was on assistance for 6.5 years.
Okay, wait a minute. The day after he got hired, the day after he got the job with the government, he complained, I can't take favors, and I can't.
Yeah, he can't take gifts.
I can't take gifts.
Can't listen to the radio.
Can't listen to the radio. He's
gifts.
not complaining about his job one day in.
We're talking about Murphy here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, as I've said this for my entire life, and it rings true more today than any other day. There are givers and there are takers. And Dennis Murphy, God love him, is a taker. And, Dennis is fun to have on the show, but Dennis, make no mistake about it, it is about Dennis. I have done many live shows with Dennis. I assume Dennis will be at Omericon tomorrow night, in Washington, and he will probably at some point, probably in our opening remarks, find an excuse to race down to the front and be holding a T-shirt or something like that. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, he's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I hope you're watching the stream.
But, for the radio shows that he's gone on for years and years, he's our pain in the ass.
Yeah, well,
isn't he just our pain in the ass?
When Gavin tried to stab his driver, we just decided that
he only threatened him with the knife.
Yeah.
Now, what driver did he threaten to kill?
The one that was driving him to Radio Fairfax.
Tommy, show me the picture. Tommy.
This is there's another one coming up real soon that's going to be good.
I always remember why I love to call you guys, because you know what? Thank God for Ustream. It's this isn't just a call-in segment. I get visual aids too as we go along. There's Dennis in the bus.
That was before I was even working here, but they did a bus trip and brought him in to a Cardinals game. Was it like Cubs Cardinals?
Yeah, Cubs Cardinals.
In St. Louis.
That was back in the days of the old Don and Mike show, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we sent, and Dennis got out there, and Steve, you latched on to Dennis. Like, you turned Dennis into like a megastar out there.
Do you know he came out here very serious?
And then he passed out on the bus drunk.
Yeah.
He did.
He came out here with his damn T-shirts. He sold 400 T-shirts. I was there. I saw it. 400
T-shirts?
400 T-shirts in an afternoon.
I don't think I've ever sold 400 T-shirts in one sitting.
I don't
think it happened.
Our local Goodwills are very thankful for that.
I don't even think I've given away 400 T-shirts since I've been here.
Oh my God! And well, he's a marketer, and then, of course, didn't he record his Christmas album or one of his albums out there in Iowa with that
one hand,
lady?
One hand, one heart with Kelly Sofer.
Kelly Sofer, who really, poor Kelly looked at it as, I think, a star vehicle for her. How misguided was that?
So, this Omericon thing, we want to bring you out here in the spring.
Well, we'd love to come out to Iowa, and we travel lighter now. Now that we don't have the same amount of guys that we have, and that's a benefit. We're a little more fleet of foot. And I think we're going to be doing, to be honest with you, going to be doing a lot more traveling in 2014 because of that. So we're excited about that.
Well, some of those guys are trying to glom onto you. We were talking about.
Really?
Seriously, I looked at Facebook a couple days ago, and I go, "Oh crap! Come on."
Oh no, I think it's perfectly legit. And it's what I've always wanted to do is. When I want to have one of my events, I have it right next to somebody else's event. That's the way it goes. That's life. That's the way it goes. That seems to be the business model. And I don't listen. I don't begrudge any other people trying to make their own living. But it's unusual to say the least.
Yeah.
Unusual.
I'm just glad I don't have to purchase this interview about you.
Oh boy, it's you know what? Sometimes I will follow the directive of people that have told me this in the past, and that is ever forward, moving forward.
Yes.
I believe now more than ever that directive is something that rings true with me. That I want to move forward, and I want to do that because this is a big week for us here in the D.C. area. We're very excited about our Omericon, and we've got really. I wish you guys could be there because we really do have a fun night. We've done more legwork for this live show than any other live show we've done, and Rob Spiewak. If there's anything, Rob is fun to do a morning show with. He's fun to do an afternoon show with. He's fun to do a podcast with. But I'll tell you, when we're doing something outside of the radio studio where it requires, you'd have to call it comedy writing. That's where Rob and I can have a pretty fun little afternoon. And we've had a bunch of those leading up to this, and it's going to be a different kind of live show. Really, really designed not as much for the podcast as for the people that are there in the auditorium, and I think it's going to be silly and fun, and we're going to have a good time doing it. Yeah, but you got to look forward, man. I mean, that's. I'm happy, and I'm chugging along, and but it's like I feel like some people don't want me to do that. That's what I feel like sometimes.
Well, this has got to be more work for you though, because like you said, there's fewer people to kind of carry the weight, so you all are sort of you've got more of a load to bear. So to speak.
It's something that the show itself, that might be true, and I suppose from a standpoint of show prep and doing the work that is prepared to get into the show, that might be true, but it's so much fun that it doesn't even, I don't notice it, and I think the other guys
I meant the live show.
Notice.
The live show. The live show, the Omericon.
Oh, the live show. I thought you were talking about the actual show.
No, the actual show. Any of us can go in. Steve and I just come in and just whatever,
Yeah, just wing it. If you've got chemistry,
but they're like doing a real show.
Yeah,
you're like doing a real.
Required more legwork. We ran around and went to different locations, and it's silly and it's funny, and I think it's just going to be something that the real radiophiles, the P1s for the show, are going to get a kick out of, but also people that have never. Don't even know who we are, they would laugh at it, too.
P1s, good term.
I will tell you one thing. There is a tribute to our fair city of Manassas, Virginia. A city that I truly love, and I believe they might let me back into town after I present this on stage.
See, now, when you come in here, and hopefully you'll come in here next year, we'll warm up the audience. We are prop comics.
Yeah.
So we got...
You'll notice I'm pausing. You'll notice I'm pausing after hearing that. I really think the words prop and comic together make me cringe just a little bit.
Wait a second.
By the way, while Steve's doing whatever he's going to get, I should point out you always talk about watching us on the Ustream. Oh,
right.
Steve just hit the gong. But I don't know if we've ever
thought about maybe changing your call letters.
That's the Cappy Pfeiffer gong.
That was the Cappy. Oh, you got the Cappy Pfeiffer gong.
She sent us a gong.
One day we were talking about what.
I remember that's years ago. She did that, right?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But no, what I was getting at was that you've always talked about watching us on Ustream, and when we first started streaming, we didn't know how to get two guys in two different studios in one shot. So literally, the basis for this shot you see,
there it is.
George Costanza talking to Steinbrenner. Where they used to have them, they had the camera behind him. I'm Steinbrenner and he's Costanza.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever thought about maybe popping for the extra camera?
We had it.
With screen?
We had it and we tried it and people didn't like it.
Did people not like it, or did they like seeing you far away?
Well, it was a pain in the ass switching between the
Well, he was trying
cameras.
to switch and everything, but no, they didn't like it. They really? Seriously didn't like it.
And I try, when we do our 4-shot or our 3-shot, I try to look the other way, because I'll tell you, that looks goddamn scary sometimes.
But isn't somebody running your
Pony runs our cameras. That's one of his when he's not looking for a sugar glider, he runs our camera.
Yeah, see, we don't have another person.
Yeah, it's just you two guys in there like that. But and I'll be honest with you. You know why people like it? You've been doing it for so long that I think it's a comfort zone for you guys.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
And a comfort zone for your listeners as well, because I pop that on and I know that I'm going to see Steve, who's going to be across the Illinois state line, and then I'm going to be looking over Tommy's right shoulder. That's the traditional shot.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That, oh, God.
You've got a little bit of lag.
I have not had breakfast yet. I still have to do some show prep, and I'm afraid I'm not going to get that image out of that has been just burned into my brain. Incidentally, for those of you that are just listening in the traditional radio form, Mr. Bridges just flashed me his breath.
You have some lag. You're way behind.
Yeah.
Anything could happen in the next 20 seconds.
Hey, when are you? All right, I know you guys won't kick me off, so I'm going to be polite and get off the line. But I want to know, when do you have that Carney Psychic coming back on?
Don't.
Oh, Tommy, don't do that. Tommy, don't do that. Oh, God.
Why don't you guys show your breasts?
Yeah, we would like to.
That's the biggest complaint we've had about your online broadcast.
Because nobody gets to see your breasts.
But you know what? Who knows? Maybe it could happen today. You never know.
We've seen Rob's around here.
Hey.
Oh, God. I don't like to see that either. I don't even like to hear Rob talk about his breasts.
No, the Carney Psychic's in a little over an hour.
Shut up!
Oh, she's coming on today?
Yes.
I predict, let me look into my crystal ball. I predict that she will be stimulating.
I predict she will have an excuse for not paying me. But seriously.
Hey! We should set up an appearance.
Does she perform outside? Does she ever do, like, readings outside of the studio? Does she get
She did an
exorcism.
She once did an exorcism on Kurt Means, our sales guy.
Oh, really?
She did not. No, she comes out here. She actually comes out here. She's out a week, and she does readings, and she's jammed up every time. Seriously. The woman is... I know you don't believe. I did not believe in psychics, and I still don't believe in psychics, but I believe in her.
I loved coming on the radio with her because I just like giving her a hard time. But I won't do that again because I know that just puts a monkey wrench in the whole thing. But I did enjoy calling it.
You've upset everybody with this damn spider thing. So
yeah.
All right. The spiders are, the bottom line is if you're going to the grocery store today, before you bite into your banana, just remember that there is the outside, potential of Brazilian banana spiders in there, the most venomous spiders known to mankind, and you'll, put something on your cereal that might be covered with horrific venomous insects.
We had a saleswoman, her husband called once, real early when I was here, like 8 years ago, and claimed that there were spiders, and it was a specific restaurant.
Yeah, Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. That the spiders lived under the toilet seats at the Olive Garden and would bite you and kill you.
Yeah. They would look.
They knew what restaurant they were in.
Does it really matter if you got what's a spider bite when you get all the free breadsticks you want?
Well, the spider knew what restaurant to go to.
Oh, you can eat salad.
And they're at Outback too. Watch out.
Oh, I can tell you what's at Outback, but I don't think I should.
Well, listen.
Fellas, thank you for calling.
Yeah, thanks.
You guys rock. I was watching the Ustream feed, and I was watching a very, very tired old man try to read the weather. And,
sorry,
that was bad.
And I said, you know what? This I didn't see you there, Tommy. And I said, you know what? Let me call. And I know I don't want to steal Rob's thunder because I know Rob's coming on today. And Rob spent a big night with his friend Tab. God knows what they've been up to.
Oh yeah.
Let me just say this, Steve. I'll leave you with this.
What?
I think you might not be the only one that's having trouble this morning in that particular region of your body.
I will say this. From what I've seen on Facebook, like Rob shaved his head with Tab there. Is that right?
It's troubling.
Rob shaved his head with what?
It was like Tab and Rob at a barber shop, and Rob was getting his head shaved or something.
Yeah, and then taking Tab out to see the soda machine. It's let's be honest, it's lots of homoerotic fun.
Oh,
okay?
very much so.
That's what it is. It really is. I'm not sure what those two are up to, but it should be special. And maybe you can talk to Tab when Rob comes on your show today.
Do you know, with what I've gone through the last couple of days, I have newfound respect for gay men. But
what? Wait, why did you bring that up after Rob? That's odd.
I think lurking within Rob's heterosexual exterior is a closeted man that's in the life.
But what's lurking in his
But
what is lurking in his posterior?
Well, his posterior as well. On that note, I'm getting the hell out of
here.
Yeah,
you probably should.
Have a great day, KCJJ boys.
Thank you.
Mike.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.